Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of CoinNewsExtra interview session. So today we have amazing people that are doing amazingly well in this sector. That will be talking about an interesting event, an interesting hackathon event that will be happening. So we have Gideon Nweze. Gideon Nweze is a co-founder and COO at Village. He is also founder World Blockchain Hackathon. Gideon, you're welcome to CoinNewsExtra.
Hi, thank you. Thanks for the invitation.
Okay, joining Gideon for this interview is Anastasia Lichiva. Anastasia Lichiva is a partnership marketing manager. You are welcome, Anastasia.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting.
It's our pleasure to have you both on our interview session. So we'll be talking about a very wonderful event that will be happening, a hackathon event that the winners will be taking a large sum of money as a prize gift. So Gideon happens to be organizing this program. So Gideon, before we go straight to talk about the program, can you just give us a brief about yourself?
I'm a little bit about myself. My name is Gideon, as you already know, and then I've been working in the blockchain space for some time, and I am currently running another company called Village, and at the same time we are running a World Blockchain Hackathon, which at some point has been my hobby. Hello.
Hello, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah. So at some point, which has been my hobby, and then in 2018, we had a prize pool of about $20,000, and then this year our prize pool is going to be $100,000, and so it's exciting. Actually, we're giving away $100,000 in investment plus extra thousands of dollars to be won during the hackathon too. So it's pretty exciting to be doing great stuff and then working to help people become better.
Yeah, interesting. I'm going to learn how to do overnight, learn how to do blockchain programs so that I'll be part of the hackathon to win this prize.
That's great. Yeah.
Anastasia, just about you briefly.
I have been within marketing field for a while, and I have joined the World Blockchain Hackathon team recently when we start working on the Babylon project.
Yeah, interesting. With this, our topic is future of blockchain. With this event, I know blockchain future is going to be very, very bright because it's kind of encouraging young people into this sector through this hackathon. So, Gideon, can you just briefly about blockchain hackathon and what role you are using it to play in this sector?
So basically after the COVID happened, right? We've come to realize that the world is actually a real global village. The world is actually closer than we think it is. And then this coronavirus thing has actually shown us like the problems that we have with our society, right? I mean, we've been hosting hackathons, blockchain hackathons, locally in different parts of the world. And it's been like small people gradually. But after this coronavirus happened, we decided that it's actually time to go out there and reach out to the whole global community, right? Bring people from different parts of the world together to actually come and build. And then also give them access to what they don't have access to. I have grown up my whole life, getting access to things I never had access to, either because I worked hard to get it or because someone gave me, someone helped me, right? Or someone helped me learn something, right? And so basically what we're doing with this hackathon is to democratize access to global innovation. That simply means democratizing access to investment, access to knowledge, access to technology, and access to mentors. So because basically if you have these four things, then, and you're very hardworking, and you're smart too, then you can actually achieve things. Because people like, Elon Musk, he's from South Africa, right? But then he was able to get all those things. And that is why, he's building better things. We're going to space. So we look at anyone who has ever done anything, right? Once you have four of these things, then life can be better. So with this hackathon, we are calling it the Babylon Project. What we're essentially doing, it's called the Babylon Project, is because Babylon is the first time in history, in civilization, where people came together to build. That is exactly what we're looking at, right? First time people came together to build. So that's why we chose the name Babylon Project for this, because we're bringing people from more than 50 countries, and they're all coming together online to build. And it's going to be a global community of people building things and changing the world. And so that is what we're doing with the hackathon.
Yeah, it's very nice. And like I said, I'll be participating fully. I'm going to learn how to do blockchain programming because the price is awesome. So for people, we have a lot of people who are interested when it comes to blockchain programming, and we have other people that are expert also. So can you just give us details about the event, when it's happening, and platform that we'll be making use of for the hackathon?
So yeah, the event will be happening from the 9th to the 11th of October, right? And so if you go to worldblockchainhackathon.com, I believe the link will be on this YouTube. YouTube. Then you can register, apply to participate in the event, and then we will get you accepted, and then you can get into our community where we have our Discord group. And then we have several events that are leading up to the hackathon, right? I mean, one of them, which is very interesting, is an event we're doing with a professor from Hull University in London, right? I mean, this is called Digital Value Capture, right? So, but the event is called Idea Generation Event. So we really want people to come with their own ideas, because we know that there are people in different parts of the world, right? And they experience different problems. And blockchain can solve many of those problems. So you come with different problems or different ideas that you have, you submit them, then we have a professor go through your ideas and actually help you determine, hey, does this make sense? How can you improve this? How can you make this better? Before you even start building. The essence is this: we want people to build things that will change the world. So that is why we're doing this hackathon.
Actually, things that will change the world. Yeah, the hackathon is a very good idea to encourage more people. I still have questions for you, but I guess this question will be for Anastasia. So, talking about this hackathon, there are little, just few women in the blockchain sector. So, what are you doing, women involvement in this blockchain sector through your hackathon? You should be talking about diversity and inclusion of women. There are things you are doing to get women involved.
It's actually what I'm really proud of and what we are doing, because we're partnering with amazing communities of female developers, such as Coding Black females. They're based in London, but they have members from around the world. It's Women Who Code. I'm sure you know about them. We having as a partners the blockchain and data science departments. Also, it's Chikte and Women in Digital. And I'm really proud of it because we are able to bring more women to the hackathon. And also, if you will go through the list of our mentors and judges, you can see that around 40% of our mentors and judges are females. And I think it's what we actually doing to bring more women, make them involved in the industry, and also make participants, female participants, feel comfortable on the event.
Yeah, and also adding to that, right? We are doing, with this hackathon, we believe in diversity and inclusion in technology, right? So this hackathon will be focused around blockchain and data science. So these are two nascent technologies that we believe is really going to change the world. And the countries or the people that will have so much change, that will feel the change so much, are actually developing countries. The reason is, this is an analogy. When here in America, or in Europe, people still have wired cables, internet cable running around everywhere. In Nigeria, I'm sure you're using a Wi-Fi modem and you don't have any cable in your house. right?
Yes, yes.
100%. Yeah. So and so what I can tell you is this is like with blockchain, right? Blockchain technology. I mean, these are technologies that will come in and then they will change the way things were being done in the past and accelerate us very fast to the next stage, right? I mean, many of us, you including, you never use a phone that you move around and dial, etc. You don't even know how that works, telephone line. But you on your smartphone. So you move from like that to the smartphone. And we think that with these technologies, now, blockchain, I, sometimes people think about Bitcoin all the time, but no, remove cryptocurrencies out of the equation. Think about the technology itself. The technology can change so many industries. And so we need people who actually think, right? People who can think from the first principles. You have a problem, you can break down your problem to the first principles, and you want to solve those problems using blockchain technology. And we need more of them to come. So in our diversity and inclusion, we're basically looking for people, women, people of color, Latinx, people who are different from us in different places, but we have the same mindset, which is changing the world, right? So we're basically looking for people who have the same mindset, but different. So that's what we call diversity and inclusion.
That's interesting. And I'm also excited to know that there will be more women, there will be women participation in this hackathon because many programs in this blockchain sector, women are being left behind. I would love to witness some of the women programmers in this industry. So, Gideon, you have been able to organize some of these hackathons previous times. And you know how it is to organize programs and how to encourage people into this ecosystem. What are these challenges that you are facing onboarding people? It's like you specialize in the programming aspect. What are the challenges you are facing onboarding people?
I mean, everything you do is always very interesting. I mean, nothing is really easy, but at the same time, nothing is really hard, right? One thing I like so much, I was talking to my friend the other day, is that problems are sweet when you solve them. And then when you solve them, you look for the next problem. So, because you want to feel the sweetness. So, I mean, we have a couple of challenges while hosting the hackathon, but the great thing here is that we've been able to like get so many good support from the community. I mean, going down from securing $100,000 that will go to the winning team, plus securing thousands of dollars that will go to other teams, plus also securing partnership with the second biggest hiring company on earth, right? So they will be there. People from the hackathon participants can equally get jobs. So you come for the hackathon. After the hackathon, you're looking for a job. You could get a remote job from anywhere. You're a smart software engineer. You could get a job, and all the participants will also get get certification. So these are the things we're working towards to get done with this hackathon. We really want to change the game and provide more opportunities for people because the future is going to change. And when the future changes, right, we need people who are actually empowered. Because if I am farming and AI can farm for me, right, that means I'm going to lose my job. But if I start thinking, hey, how can I use AI to make my farming better? Now I'm actually moving ahead into the next phase because the world is changing very fast. And maybe not many of us know this. When you look at the Neuralink video interview that Elon Musk did recently, was saying that very soon we'll start going to space. In fact, very soon people will be able to upload their consciousness to the computer, right? And so the world is changing very fast. And when all these things happen, many people are going to lose their jobs. In fact, an example is with the banks, right? So we're doing blockchain. Since coronavirus happened in the US, most banks are shut down. Now, all the physical locations of banks, no one is going there anymore. And in fact, personally, I believe banks shouldn't exist because blockchain removes the essence of banks. We can exchange value within each other. And so imagine thousands of people who are working in banks, millions of people who are working in banks, who are, doing some of these jobs that necessarily computers can do better than us, right? What is going to happen to them? They might lose their job. So this is the right time to acquire skills. And so with this hackathon, we are actually paying people to learn skills that will help them. I think that is amazing.
It's amazing, and you said the world is changing now, so is also changing that way. You made mention of Elon Musk. When I saw that people could travel to the space very soon, he is working and raising money on that. I was so excited. Just that the money I had is around $50 million to travel out of the earth and come back.
You don't necessarily have to come back. You can relocate.
We have to come back. So you are in the sector, in the blockchain sector, and see how things are happening. There are some challenges facing the blockchain sector when it comes to regulations. So, what are your concerns about blockchain and the regulations? Do you think government regulations will hinder innovations in this sector?
I mean, I think just like everything that is new, right? There will eventually be regulation, right? I mean, what happened? Because I was around in the ICO craze, right? So I was there. Essentially, what I saw, and it's also one of the things that motivated me to start this hackathon, is that so many people. I'm not going to name names, but unfortunately, many of them are on the whiter side of the skin, and in Europe. And then they raised a lot of money saying they're going to change banking in Africa. They're going to help on the unbanked banks. Why did they raise a lot of money? They raised a lot of money because they saw a technology that makes sense. Most of them took advantage of this technology and raised a lot of money from people, but they never built anything. Or even if they build something, the things they built would not work because they don't really understand the problems of these people in different parts of the world, right? And because of raising so much money from different people and they're not doing anything, the government is like, wow, this is terrible. We have to regulate this stuff. Now, the government gradually is really understanding the potential of this technology. And thank God to coronavirus. Coronavirus actually helped open up everyone's eye to see the things that are not working and see the things that we don't need in our society. And so regulation is really changing. I mean, the US is doing very good in regulation. So many countries, in fact, so many countries are also launching their own central bank digital currency. Right. So basically launching their own currency, which is online and you can move around. If you go to China, no one uses cash in China for many years, even without blockchain. Right. But now China is also leading with blockchain. China was the first country to ban ICOs. They banned ICOs, but not blockchain. In fact, I worked with so many Chinese companies during the time when China banned ICO, but still the government was still working with blockchain. So it's like, progressive governments that know the future need blockchain technology. And the regulation is changing to the point where everybody be using blockchain, right? I mean, it's just the same thing that happened with the internet boom many years ago. The world is always in the circle, and the circle repeats itself, but with new technologies.
Yes, yes, interesting. Nice conversation with you. Lastly, before we draw the curtain on this interview, you are doing amazing things with this World Hackathon. So, how do you see what blockchain hackathon? How do you see, in what we're looking at is also consistency in whatever we are doing? How do you see the future of what blockchain hackathon?
I mean, I see World Blockchain Hackathon, especially the Babylon project, it's more of a global village. It's more of a global village. We'll be doing this event once every year or 2 times a year. Since it's something we're doing for the community. It's something we're doing for the community. As I told you before, the hackathon started as a hobby. Because I saw people not building. I saw people just raising money and just marketing and not really building things that can change the world. And so we want to keep working on creating a community where our members, people who are in our community, people who are building, actually have things that can support them, right? People that win this hackathon this year, people who the companies grow from this year, in next year's event, maybe they can support other people. Because it's only when you create a system of support, right? A global system of support, that's when you can see more smart people coming out, right? I had a friend ask me the other day, right? Hey, Gideon, if you can create 1 million things, what would you create? What do you think is my answer to him? Guess. Let me ask you a question too.
More millionaires. more opportunities for people to create innovations and ways.
Basically, you got it. Yeah, I told him I will create 1 million people. I will help create 1 million people that can go and create 1 million things. And then we end up having a compound interest because we need a world where people are creating. We need a world where there is a system of support for people who really want to do things and create. Not politics. Not politics. Not people who are trying to play politics. I'm not interested in politics. I just believe that people should just focus and create things. It's simple.
Okay, interesting. I wanted to draw the curtain, but I and my team will be preparing for the hackathon. How do one enroll? Is it going to be an individual hackathon competition or a group stuff?
So you can participate in teams. You can come alone and find a team. You can also participate alone. You have to go to the worldblockchainhackathon.com and to apply, and then we'll send you an email. The registrations will end on 30th September, so you have 27 more days before the registration is over, and then you won't have enough time. So because it's going to be a closed event, and then we'll share the news with everybody after the event is over. So yeah, you can participate as a person alone. You can come with your team. Better still, you can still come alone and then join other people who are from different parts of the world. Right, that's interesting, and you guys can build a company together. You can exchange your ideas. It's a community. It's a community. It's a community of people who are really smart and who are progressive and who are hardworking and who are willing to.
Okay, interesting. Thank you very much. It's been an amazing interaction with Gideon Nweze, the co-founder and CEO of Village. He is also founder World Blockchain Hackathon. It's my pleasure having you on our interview session, Gideon.
Thank you so much. And also, yeah, thank you so much, and have a great day, evening, morning, night, wherever you are in the world.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Anastasia Ilichiva, for joining us today.
Thank you for opportunity.
It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you.